Greetings, I'm Art Fireman. Welcome to Projector Reviews TV. Today we take a close look at Sony's newest commercial laser projector, the VPL-FHZ65. Now this is a $15,000 list price, 6,000 lumen projector. That's both color and white lumens. It's a 3 LCD projector. Don't despair about the price though. Sony's list prices are a bit inflated. Street price with the standard zoom lens is under $10,000. Before we get into all the details, some housekeeping first. This 10-minute plus video is based on our full published review, which is even more in-depth. You can, of course, find it on the projectorreviews.com website. The FHZ65 is a true commercial projector. That is, it's more than just another bright and high-resolution projector. By the way, before I forget, the resolution is WUXGA, that's 1920 by 1200, or put another way, slightly higher than 1080p HD TV. If you want or need higher resolution than that, the next step up is true 4K resolution, but you won't be finding projectors sporting that resolution combined with any kind of serious brightness for under 40,000 bucks. See, already the FHZ65 is sounding like a bargain. This Sony projector is available in both black and white finishes. In addition to the standard zoom lens, Sony offers 4 other options, with a 5th one coming up in early 2016. The Sony is ideal for multi-projector setups, especially those requiring edge blending. Networking is advanced, with many protocols such as Crestron Room View being supported. The hardware overall is well endowed in terms of inputs and connectors, and as you will get to see in our hardware tour, which starts right about now. It's time for a hardware tour of Sony's latest laser projector, the VHZ65. Here we go, starting in the front with the 2 indicator lights for power and standby, and also warning indicator. Then we've got the infrared sensor located right below that for the front remote control, and you can see here the standard zoom lens. However, this Sony comes with interchangeable lenses, and we'll take a quick look how easy it is to release the bayonet mount lens. There are 2 screw thread adjustable feet on either side in the front, and that pretty much covers the front, so let's give it a spin. We come around to the side here, we see a large filter area. This is an extremely long life filter, so you won't have to worry about that very often. Moving to the back, not much going on here, just a rear infrared sensor for the remote control, and then that brings us to the far side, the left side if you will, and here we have the control panel, which I'll go into detail in a moment. Now all the inputs and other connectors are located way back here underneath the filter. I'll adjust the camera, we'll take a better look at what's there. Swapping out the interchangeable lenses is rather easy. That's great for rental and staging type applications. There's a button down below here, we press that, it will click. Then we just reach around the side here, rotate the lens, pull it out, that simple. To put another lens in, sorry I only have this one. Put it back in, and turn. Couldn't be simpler. Let's look at the rest of the Sony. I've turned it upside down because all the connectors here are labeled assuming that you're ceiling mounting this projector, even though you may not always be. At any rate, we've got the 2 screw thread adjustable feet. You can see them now. That's the front over here. Over here is a rubber bar acting as the rear foot. We've got the power receptacle here. We've got a heavy-duty security bar located right there. Now for the electrostatic filter, we've got 2 slides to unlock that, should you need to replace it, which is many, many, many thousands of hours away. And that brings us to the connectors themselves. So we've got a standard RS-232 for command and control. We have a normal computer input, which can double as component video. And we have a computer output. Instead of 3 HDMIs, we have a single HDMI down here and 2 DVI-D type connectors, which are more secure, more commercial. Now for networking, there's a standard LAN connector right there, RJ45. By the way, next to that is what they label Control S. Over here we have another RJ45, but this one is for HDBT. That's your long distance networking. You can run football field length Cat5, Cat6 cable using that. Okay, I think the only thing I've missed so far then is a single coaxial connector right there. Also, up on the top here, if you can just see it, are the 5 holes for putting on a ceiling mount. Now let's take a look at the FHZ65's control panel. It's located on the left side, that is if you're looking at the projector from the front. And we'll start from the front. We have the power switch right here, off on. Right below it is Eco Mode, single one button, nice and easy. Input is located next to that. Then comes our menu button, and then Sony likes to control these with their mini joystick type of configuration, so you just tilt it left, right, up, down, and press in for enter. In addition to that, lens controls are located at the bottom, and we basically got lens shift, zoom, and focus, and again, our little joystick takes care of operating those. Very simple control panel. It works. Okay, welcome back. Let's consider the lens options next. Currently shipping are a fixed very short throw and a short throw zoom, and on the other side there's a motorized long and motorized very long throw lenses. They quickly change out via their quick release bayonet mounts as seen in our video clip. Lens shift, of which there's a healthy amount, is motorized. Per Sony, that additional lens will be an ultra short throw lens that will allow the entire projector to sit within 3.3 feet of a 10-foot wide screen. Impressive. And that will make Sony the first 3 LCD projector manufactured to have an ultra short throw interchangeable lens. Enough of hardware though, let's talk picture quality. Of course, we're starting with a high resolution image, but in the case of the Sony, color is also a particular strength. There's a great many color modes, color spaces, and color temp options if you know what you're doing, but the bottom line is almost all of them provide impressive and appropriately accurate color. For the best color, we primarily stayed with 6500K color temp for our photos, but 7500 also had excellent grayscale balance. Skin tones I want to point out, in case you need to do high quality videos or photography, proved to be excellent in all the appropriate modes. Naturally, the Sony has all the controls to do a full calibration if dead on color is exactly what's required. Best part though is that being a laser light engine, it will hold the color accuracy with little shift for thousands of hours, not the hundreds of hours that's typical of lamp-based projectors. But it gets better. One of the great strengths of the FHZ65 will be in the multi-projector environments, such as museums, concert venues, large churches, some auditorium applications, and so on. While a significant number of commercial projectors do support edge blending, having it powered by laser projectors makes for some major improvements. When creating an edge blending large display using multiple projectors, some of the critical aspects to make the overall image seamless so that you can't tell where one projector stops and the next one starts, including having consistent accurate color and also consistent brightness. Also, you need to be able to adjust the shape and warp of each projector so that everything matches down to the pixel. With Sony's laser engine, not only will the color remain consistent, but it also offers constant brightness feature so that one or a number of projectors together will hold their brightness for many thousands of hours. With a lamp-based projector group of projectors, first of all, lamps are always slowly losing brightness, typically 20% or more in the first 1,000 hours, and often far less time than that. With that in mind, losing a lamp prematurely in just one projector in an array can require replacing multiple lamps or at the least recalibrating everything to get all the projectors to again be seamless in both color and brightness, because a new lamp will offer different color than the one that blew. That's a massive advantage for the Sony's laser design over lamp-based projectors. Okay, let's talk the value proposition. I've been hinting at it throughout the video, one feature benefit at a time. Now it's time to put it all together. What you are looking at investing in is one or more $10,000 pieces of hardware for your projects. You can certainly purchase lower cost alternatives with similar out-of-the-box brightness, but when considering the value, the overall value proposition, lots of factors do come into play. Let's start with that brightness aspect. Consider a couple of alternatives. BenQ's got a single chip DLP using conventional lamps, 3,000 white lumens, not color, and it sells for $3,000. Epson offers a commercial projector with interchangeable lenses with 6,000 lumens for about $6,000, and it's lamp-based and it does edge blending and all those other goodies. It does lack motorized zoom functions. If all you need is brightness, no frills and other capabilities aren't important, you can find a 5,000 lumen DLP projector and 4,000 lumen 3 LCD projectors for under $2,000. Install, change lamps as needed. If that's all you require, the Sony is overkill. You won't get the interchangeable lenses, the HD base T, which can save a fortune in wiring. You'll have a much shorter warranty, perhaps limited or no lens shift, and so on. And obviously not a long life laser engine with consistent color and brightness. Of course, if the projector must be able to do the job based on hardware functionality, such as optional lenses, lens shift range, no problem there. The Sony is incredibly flexible. Since we'll assume that a high quality picture is called for, color performance and controls need to be first class. No problem again with the FHZ65. Dependability, if you're running a 24/7 or even an 8.5 environment where 99% uptime is required, you cannot count on a single lamp projector. For those setups, you would go with dual lamp projectors. Problem, those will typically cost more than the FHZ65, and they're still running lamps. Without dual lamps, you'll need to replace lamps and you'll experience failures which will bring down your displays. With a laser, you should be able to expect 99% uptime during the life of the laser. The amount of time and money involved in maintaining the projector is of course also a key consideration. In a performance critical environment, including very good color that doesn't shift significantly over time, then the laser light engine becomes a major factor. Let's say you do need edge blending and want it to always look really, really good. With lamp-based projectors, you might need to perform maintenance, including replacing lamps, calibrating color as frequently as every 500 to 1,000 hours. Using these Sonys instead might require minor adjustment every 5,000 hours or even longer, but you could be taking frequent significant maintenance versus minimal or rare maintenance. That's the battle. That time and talent savings could easily be worth many thousands of dollars over a 5 years period of usage. And you might be saving a couple thousand more just in lamp costs per projector. If you really think about it, for serious commercial high quality installations, the Sony FHZ65 might start looking like a real bargain compared to the lamp-based but also fully loaded competition. Here's a chart I quickly created to try to assign long-term cost of ownership to this Sony versus a 6,000 lumen lamp-based alternative in a 4-projector edge blending array. In other cases, say where edge blending is not required but a high quality picture is, this Sony should provide a very good value proposition with its long-term cost of operation unlikely to exceed those of those old-fashioned lamp-based projectors. Finally, once that ultra short throw lens starts shipping, the Sony will be able to compete for those specialty applications directly with Panasonic's equivalent laser projectors, which are single chip DLPs. When that happens, well, the Sony seems to have a street price that's already about $4,000 less, assuming that those ultra short throw lenses are about the same price. Should be interesting. Bottom line, laser projectors like the FHZ65 have come of age, at least in the commercial quality projector world. While they can be rationalized in some cases when all that's needed is a bright projector, the FHZ65 or its less bright cousin, the FHZ55, if they reduce maintenance and hassle, might still be too expensive compared to a no-frills $3,000 projector, but for the large number of installations that require higher quality, varying complexity, continuous operation, constant color, again, edge blending, any of those things, the extra cost of the FHZ65 should be relatively easy to justify compared to lamp-based alternatives. The Sony VPL-FHZ65 proved to be a quality product capable of a stunning picture throughout our usage of it. It has earned one of our Hot Product Awards and is sufficiently impressive that it will be included in the hunt for next year's Outstanding Projector of the Year Awards. That's it. I'm Art Fireman. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.